Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And thank you, gentlemen, for being here, and thank you for your service. As it pertains to national security, I've heard a lot of words today, rule of law, human rights, deterrence, and really consistencies with our programs and our policies. With that said, General Herrick, as we know, the disastrous situation at our southern border is not only a humanitarian crisis, but a national security crisis where former President Trump had the border secured. My question is simple. Has President Biden's actions to reopen the southern border and encourage migrants to illegally cross our border made the United States safer or less safe? And do President Biden's border policies threaten the security and stability in Mexico and the Northern Triangle?
Thanks for the opportunity to talk about national security. I'm not going to comment about the specifics on policies. I would ask the President, defer to him about those, but I would tell you that we have a national security imperative right now on our southern border that we need to deal with. Admiral Faller made it very clear in his comments about the confluence of things that have come together. Transnational criminal organizations create an environment not conducive to successful rearing of families, employment, economics, et cetera. Combine that with COVID and two major natural disasters, and you have a confluence of things ongoing. I would say there's a perception that, folks can come here and bring your family with you. What we need to do is approach this from a national security imperative and come up with a whole of government problem that will secure our borders. I'm concerned from a homeland defense perspective. I believe the symptoms that we're seeing today are exactly that. They're symptoms: migration, counter-narcotics, human trafficking. The problem and the challenge is creating an environment where these folks can succeed so they don't have to feel like they migrate. And that takes a whole-of-nation approach to get after transnational criminal organizations. We figured this out with Al-Qaeda and ISIS. You can cut off their funding. You can do additional things as a whole of government, working with allies and partners to get after this problem. And so I look forward, I believe the administration is on a good track there. I look forward to seeing where it goes.
Thank you. As we know, perception's 90% of reality. I'm going to switch gears for a moment. My next question is for all the witnesses. As we know, China has become an ever-increasingly threat, not only to the Pacific region, but globally. In addition to the buildup in their armed forces, they've been developing 5G technology, as we've discussed earlier. And the United States, it appears, is falling further behind in this regard. My question is this to each of you. Would a 5G secured network, accessible anywhere in the world to our forward operating bases or other command centers for transmission of data, be a priority for U.S. North and South comms?
Congresswoman, any secure network would be very helpful. The question is, what are the other things that we're balancing against that? So I agree that any secure network would be helpful, but we'll have to look at what other challenges we have associated with that.
When I sit down with our partners, their cybersecurity is in the top 3 of all their security challenges, and that's at every level in that partner. And it's in our top 3 as well. So it's important that we get this right. And we know there is no civil-military divide by law in the People's Republic of China. And so any investment in Huawei and ZTE and their 5G is a direct pipeline to the PLA and their intelligence services. And I point this out to our partners at each and every visit and every time. And at a professional level, they get it, and they don't want to invest in that technology. They want to invest in secure technology, clean technology, U.S. or other trusted partner technology. And it's important that initiatives come forward that allow them an option to do that.
To directly answer your question, it would be incredibly valuable to have 5G secure technology. And we've moved out on that at the United States Northern Command. Our J6 is very innovative. J6 does our command and control and those kinds of things. It gives us resiliency as a nation, candidly. Today, I'm able to take a single device to do unclassified and classified information from any location and have resiliency, not reaching back to a single building or a single server, if you will, but can access multiple servers. That's incredibly valuable going forward in a crisis, whether that be crisis from a natural disaster or a potential attack on the homeland.